Hey everybody, Matumbo here. We are back playing some more Magic on Magic Arena, and today we are playing the third Mutate deck in our little series that we decided to turn this into. Now, we were very curious on whether or not Mutate was going to be viable without green, and we had some comments in our other two videos on actually doing a Mutate deck that was Mardu based. So this is what we put together. Before we get into the deck, I would like to remind everybody to please like the video. Please leave a comment below with what you want to see in future videos, what you like about this deck, what changes you would make, anything you'd like to see in a future video. And also, if you like the channel and want to keep coming back for more content, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to let you know as soon as our new videos have been posted. So with that being said, let's hop into this deck. Now, first thing you're going to notice is we are not playing any companions. All we have is just a straight 60 card deck. Really no companions fit into this. We weren't going to play the Omori because we actually do have two non-creatures in our deck in the form of Mortifies. Now, in regards to the early drops that we can mutate on, we have two Healer's Hawks, two Knight of the Ebon Legions. Those are pretty standard. But we have a Zagoth Mamba. Now, this is a mutate card that actually doesn't have mutate itself, but it does say when this card is mutated on, we're going to be able to give a creature our opponent controls -2/-2. So that will be good to mutate on, especially if we're playing against a deck that is playing a lot of weenie creatures like the white aggro decks, maybe the aggro red decks, rule, just stuff like that. Now we do have Hushbringer. Hushbringer is a good 2-drop. I decided to play this. We've run into a lot of Garuda decks lately. Garuda obviously is an enter the battlefield trigger, whereas Mutate is not an enter the battlefield trigger. So we want to turn off anything that enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield. You know, life gain triggers such as I believe Daxos, just stuff like that we don't want happening. Now, unfortunately, it is a non-bow with Dreadhorde Butcher, but typically we're not trying to have both of these in play at the same time. So Dreadhorde Butcher, this is going to be really good with Mutate because we're going to be hitting our opponent. We're going to be growing this by giving it +1/+1 counters when it deals that damage, and we're going to mutate bigger creatures onto it. So if we were to mutate a Cubwarden per se onto a Dreadhorde Butcher, let's say this Dreadhorde Butcher was a 3/3 with the 2 counters, this would actually, instead of it being a 3/5, it would be a 5/7. So it will benefit from that. And then on top of that, when it leaves play, it's going to deal damage equal to its power. So this grows the mutate creatures. The mutate creature dies. It triggers this ability, and it's going to deal even more damage. So that's what we're looking forward to do with this. Regal Leosaur, this is going to, when it mutates, give all of our creatures +2/+1, or all of our other creatures. So again, with this more of go wide plan, with Cubwarden generating lots of tokens, this is going to give all those tokens +2/+1 and just allow us to get in these really immense swings. So we decided to give this a try, obviously, because we are playing Mardu instead of the Huntmaster Liger that we tried in our Abzan deck. So on top of that, the other mutate creatures we have Necropanther. This brings back creatures that cost 3 or less. We have a couple of Dirge Bats. We have an Insatiable Hemophage for life gain. And then we have this guy, the Snapdax. This guy is just a straight 4-mana 3/5. Whenever you mutate him, he's going to deal 4 damage. You're going to gain 4 life, and he has double strike. So that's really, really good. The only other cards in this deck really are going to be some Bonecrusher Giants for more control. We're going to be able to kill creatures, clear up the way for some of these creatures to get through, play him once that's done. And then we have Kunaros, the Hound of Athreos. Now, again, this is going to help with Garuda decks if we run into those. Any kind of recursion decks, you know, Grixis recursion is a thing right now. A little bit of Dimir I'm seeing. These are just decks that I'm seeing. So we're just going to wrap that up. We're playing 24 lands. Decided to cut the land back a little bit since we are playing a little, I would say a smaller package as opposed to the green beefy packages. So we don't need as many lands. So again, no sideboard because we're playing best of 1. So we're going to hop into the gameplay and see how we do with this. Again, I don't really feel like we're going to fare as well as the green decks because the green has more explosiveness with the ramp in it and just the bigger payoffs, you know, like the Star X being able to just put all the permanents into play. So we'll see how this goes, and be back again with the wrap up. Please stay tuned until the end of the video to see how we did. Yeah, so we're gonna see if Mardu Mutate is any good. No green, no explosiveness, and I'm sure it's gonna really depend on the matches that we pull. I'm assuming we want to play a bunch of Garuda matches. Alright, well, we're going first. We can Healer's Hawk. This isn't the worst hand. We're going to keep this. Now, what is he playing? Black? Cycling? So we're going to go ahead and take this time to... Yep. Just as predicted, cycling. Alright, so we're gonna go get a lanes here. So we are ramping up to the Snapdax pretty... Okay. So that's definitely a target for us. Right, we're going to go ahead and play this to thin our deck. White, white, red, black. Doesn't really matter. Guess red. The only thing we really have to worry about is... So, Snapdax is going to be really susceptible to a Zenith Flare. Alright, good game, man. Good game. Gained a lot of life right there. That swing alone was just going to be devastating for him, so. Alright. Well, we got fortunate with our first game, so let's see what the second game brings against Angerboda. We're going first. I can definitely get behind this hand, so we're going to keep. What are we playing? What are you playing? As of course, they always have a freaking shock. Mono red is a plague upon us all. Played the wrong land. Alright, let's gain some life. I mean, not actually right now, but let's start gaining life when we attack. What is he playing? Wow. Okay. All right. Let's see if you have 2 more removal spells. What is this guy's deck? Like, for real? Okay. You're doing it, man. You are living the dream over there. We are going to... You know what? We're just going to play creatures. Now, if he is like a Storm's Wrath or something, that would be kind of ridiculous. Okay. Your deck. Your deck is, That would be a... Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now? What is this? Oh my god. Alright. We got a night. We're good. You're good. You know what we're not doing? Yep. Sorry, my dude. Sorry. But whatever your deck is, like, please rethink it. You had no creatures in your deck, just all burn and removal. So, oh well. So, 2 up and 2 down. Again, very favorable matchups. Not gonna lie, I did get kind of worried in that last match as we were running out of creatures, but his cards ran out and we just drew the right one. So, Son of Soon going first. Okay. Alright, so we're only going to play this if we feel like we need to. Okay, so is this Simic Flash or... Very curious as to what this is. So we're actually going to go into full control. And does he have a quench? Or just a growth spiral? Maybe a Brazen Borrower? Okay, so this might be Teamer. Either way, and we're just going to keep going. Okay, not really worried about Nissa. So he has 1 mana. He has to chump block, so actually he can't. He has to. Well, he has to chump block the butcher, but yeah, good game. And we're just gonna go ahead and get in. All right, and do we play this? Nope. We're just going to mutate it next turn. So, it's really this Kunaros with Menace. It's really giving him an issue. Without this, he'd be able to make lands and chump block. And okay. Blast Zone doesn't really bother us. He kills our 2-drops. Then he takes lethal, so alright, good game. Yeah, so this tooltip about clicking end turn and then changing your mind, no. I've never actually been able to successfully undo that. The game's like, oh, you said you were done. Loris. Probably playing against the cycling. Feel like we have to keep. Could be black, red, or black. Definitely cycling. Okay, no fox on turn 1, so that's good news. Let him think we're on some kind of tiny creature plan. Right. So what do we do here? No, we're just gonna say go. We happen to land a mutate on our Mamba, that's good. If not, okay. So he's already up to 3. Alright, so he's got 4 for the Zenith Flare. Probably should have attacked there, buddy. Digging for a land? Okay. You did it. He is digging. Definitely digging for land, which he has not found yet. But unfortunately for him. No more life gain, sir. Now again, he could land Zenith Flare very easily. So I think we're going to Dreadhorde Butcher next turn. Not really worry about doing the Snapdax. Maybe we do. Three. Doing some math. We're gonna play this, so I think this is a better play overall. Yeah, we're gonna offer the trade. Yeah, I know how we started that turn, like imagining like we were just gonna play the Butcher and not swing with it, but I think overall that worked out a little bit. I mean, now he's like forced to use a Zenith on our Cubwarden potentially. So, yep. So you're just gonna have to keep going after our big creatures now, and you could lure us and then play a fox. Nope. Sounds good. It's good to see those gone. 100%. Let's get in with this. Let's see what we get next turn. We can get one of our recursion spells. That'd be really good. All right, so I feel like it's time for Luris to make his debut and play a fox. Oh, or maybe... Gotta run out of cyclers eventually. How do you want to do this, buddy? Okay. It's unfortunate, isn't it? Yep. So was it wrong to do that? Not just kill his Luris? Probably. Nothing else from the graveyard this turn. So have 32 cards left in your deck. That is not what we want to see. So yep. So I'm okay with that. It resets his Fox, so. I feel like if he was going to block with anything, he probably should have blocked with the 1/1 Fox. I understand him trading, but still don't think that was the right play. It was a good hit. That was also a good hit. Here comes all the damage, buddy. That's what we've been waiting on. It's Regal Leosaur. This is a lot of damage. 19 damage coming at you. So that's good. I got pretty much all of his creatures out of the way. Good game. Ooh, right in. All right, well, surprisingly, we are 4-0 right now. I feel like we've gotten very fortunate with our matchups, so. Yeah. Persephone, are you excited? You just want to yell at everybody. All right. We're going first. Go get a mountain. Go butcher. Into nothing. This is not a keeper. This, however, is a keeper. To keep, we're going to put back our friend the Bat, who surprisingly really hasn't come into play at all. And we are going to get in for one. So what's our opponent playing? Red black, red green, mono red. Mono red it is. Right, Scorch Spitter. So I'm not worried about Scorch Spitter. I would love to go ahead and we're gonna take a chance here. Alright, we have a 3/3 lifelinker with flying. Don't like that. Definitely don't like that. So, that was a pretty good draw. Let's mutate her up. Deal 2. In a bunch. Okay. One. Okay. So the question is, do we get in for 5? So we can mutate onto this. This will give us 2 more. Allowing us to gain 5 this turn. Could do this. Gain 5. We're gonna gain 5 either way, which is huge. Double Cavalcade is kind of beating. I think I just like having the extra creatures. You might have to jump. Okay, well we're set up for lethal next turn. He's gonna have to deal 29 damage to us. Okay, that's definitely a good place to start. Wow. That's a lot of freaking damage. And he has a pump. Blocking. And we are blocking. And I think we barely survive. Good game. Wow. He actually did 29 damage to us. We just gained 2 life off of that. That's pretty insane. Wow. Well, good game to you, Mr. Mono Red. Alright guys, it's time for the wrap up of this video. Now, I do want to point out that I don't feel, even though we did go 5-0, amazing. We had an awesome record. The gameplay was a lot of fun. The deck played really fun. I'm glad it actually played out like that. I don't feel like this is a real representation of this deck. Again, we got really lucky with our pairings, but I mean, which can happen. That's all it really takes is, you know, one day you could be super lucky and that could just get you to win a tournament. But I don't feel overall this deck would probably continue to play like this. Maybe not this build. So let me know what you guys think about this particular build. Really, the Dirge Bats didn't come into play at all, I don't feel like, in any of our games. And the Mamba didn't really do that much. So other than that, though, I'm super happy with a lot of the other cards. Maybe the Necropanthers could actually go as well. Maybe play the 4/4 that is actually Golgari, because you can just use the black mana to actually mutate and actually bring back any permanent back to your hand. But the Necropanther does allow the cheaper cards to come back into play. But so yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think about this version of the deck. Let me know what kind of changes you would make in the comments below. Let me know if there's any other mutate that you want me to potentially build around, or if there's, like I said, let me know what you would like to see in a future video. One card I've been really thinking about is that the Ozolith. So that's something that I'm really thinking about. I've been seeing a lot of Ozolith, like mono white or white blue artifact type decks. Been thinking about something like, you know, something along those lines, but trying to be different. But we'll see. But again, guys, you know, please leave those comments. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow, and also, if you don't mind, sharing the video on all your social media, that would be amazing as well. But all right, guys, well, have a happy weekend. It is Saturday, so, you know, stay inside, have some fun, play some games, play some more Magic, and keep social distancing. Stay safe, guys. You know, have a great weekend. See you next time.